the way to the max.
We
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
Ay.
This shit slap, this shit black.
shit
Tell the
black,
DJ, won't you bring that back?
Bring
Turn
that
this
back.
motherfucker up, had the whole club spank.
Thank you for tapping into the Authentic Podcast, Intriguing Nerds. Had to kick it off straight to it. You know, I like to get the rambling on and shit. But I'm your host, motherfucker JT, aka Mr. Love Game in this motherfucker in this bitch.
Yeah, that's good. I need some of that energy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Here with my main man, Cairo Spencer.
You know, they just turned up per usual. Let's get it.
Yeah, my nigga right there. And we got the first lady just fresh off her birthday coming in on the pod, Miss First Lady herself, Imani Fe.
Yes, thank you for tapping in with us. Appreciate that.
Slight flex with the Mercedes logo.
Yeah, slight flex got the Benz logo and got Park. What we doing?
Yeah, I see you. Okay.
So excited.
Well, last week was special because we got to celebrate a birthday with our first lady of the pod and stuff, and it was pretty cool. And you know, how was your birthday actually? How was your whole birthday week?
And we met the baby.
Yes, the baby. I was about to say you went to the best part. He is the chillest baby I've ever.
Like, forget Imani's birthday. I'm worried about the baby.
Wow,
that's all.
Wow. See how. No, but my birthday weekend was cool. Actually, my mom threw this beautiful party for me. And of course, you know, my boyfriend took me out. And then this weekend is my second weekend celebrating. That's why I'm like, what we doing? You know. But as far as the filming or whatever. But yeah, it's been nice. It's a two-part weekend celebration. So it's been a pretty good birthday year. Birthday.
You find we can celebrate all month. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. She can celebrate it too.
I do.
I don't even like to celebrate my birthday. I don't even celebrate.
What? That is surprising.
Up until like the last birthday I had was probably the best birthday I've ever had, and I really it wasn't even that crazy. It was just me and my two friends got super lit, and that was it. It was real calm. It was very grateful that year. Very grateful. We turn it up this year though. Cancun, I'm gonna see you.
You definitely gonna turn up this year. I don't know why. That's funny. That's lit though.
Oh yeah.
And then now quarantine.
Flick's gonna be crazy. Video's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. June 15th.
Yeah. So get y'all flight tickets before they start raising that stuff up.
My best birthday was this year, and I ain't do nothing except be with my son. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That is cute.
There you go.
He is so cute.
Me and him been on some journeys too. I'm learning. Like the other day, I had him on Friday. I was just going to have him for a couple hours because she had to go all these doctor's appointments and run around. So I was like, I just took him with me. So we went to Walmart. So I was trying to get an Instacart order in because I've been killing the Instacart lately. So I was like, but it took forever to get orders. So let me get a couple of things. As I was leaving, we was in there for like an hour. I got an Instacart order. It was like damn near $100 order. I was like, ooh. I looked at myself. I'm like, you're gonna have to be here for a couple more hours. And he was not having it. I was in there shopping for extra. So we was in Walmart for about 3 hours total. That last 2 hours, he cried a good portion of it. So I'm over here Instacart and scanning items while him on my shoulder because every time I put him in the cart, he was not feeling it. He was cool that first hour, but that last hour and a half, nope. So I'm over here, got ice cream in the hand, got items in my hand, got him on my shoulder, feeding him. I'm feeding him baby food, giving him little snacks, drinking him water.
JT? What did you learn?
Huh?
What did you learn?
I learned that I am a very patient man. I'm a very patient man.
Okay.
Like
we're gonna make a new segment. We're gonna make a new segment. So like because it's every week, you know, JT, you know, again, the whole fatherhood thing is new for him. I get it. It's a very important thing. We're just gonna make a new segment that every week you share a little snippet of what happened. You just say what I learned as a daddy this week, and you just
what I learned. You said what, Imani?
So this week you learned patience. That's what you learned, patience.
No,
Okay,
I already have patience. I have patience. I learned how to handle him. I learned that, okay, I'm learning that. One thing I learned, I was telling his mother this yesterday, he's a happy baby, as y'all guys see. But even when he's sad, he's still a happy, because even when he was crying, like I had him in the car pushing him, people come up to him, they're like, oh, he's so cute. In the middle of the crowd, everybody spoke to him, he gave him a smile and laughing. Even in the midst of his tears, he'll still smile at them. I'm like, look at this baby, greeting people with a smile, even when he's sad.
Oh, that's a beautiful trait.
Oh, that's
what I've learned. Yeah, he just like his daddy, we smiled through it all, and I love that. He is his daddy's son.
You got
so.
You got
yeah.
What's some of the stuff that you got on the schedule? What's some of the stuff that you got on the schedule over here, of JT, that you wanted to get into?
Well, part of the reason I found the perfect timing that Imani's birthday was last week, with everything that's going on in the podcast world, and that was one of the main reasons I wanted to take Imani out, because I've always been a person that values people in my life and value people who, work with me and or even friends, things like that. And, we haven't seen each other since the play or whatever. We haven't done a podcast together, nothing. And my favorite podcast, the Joe Budden Podcast, they have a lot going on. He ended up losing 2 of his co-stars that he built up with. And it's been and Joe's taking a lot of the flack, well-deserved, because people was trying to make him seem like he was an evil guy, but in reality, he just failed as a leader.
Right.
He failed as a leader. He made stupid decisions that he didn't realize the impact it was having, because he thought he was having good intentions behind things, that it would be received that way. But this whole time, his co-stars felt some kind of way for years, and they kind of passive aggressively said it, but never really got it directly to where he was like, all right, this is important to y'all. Which he was trying to get to was like, look, if he knew how important this was to where it get like this, he probably would have just nipped in the bud a long time ago. But because, Joe being Joe, him being, narcissistic and bittered and jaded from the industry, bad context and stuff, it's like,
but also, if you have passive aggressive feelings about what Joe's doing, why not say it up front when it's a problem, as opposed to waiting years and years for it to build up and then.
Yeah, and they'll say things like they mentioned when I listened to Rory and Maul on their when they was talking about things, they was like they'll mention books and stuff, but they make no big deal about it. They'll just suddenly he'll say something, but instead of just having a straight sick, because every podcast he asks his guys, how you doing? How's your day? And they're like, we're good. He's like, no, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. So it's like, you could stress things, and granted, he could have took the time to try to talk about things outside, but I don't think he realized how deep it really was. And but a lot of people, because Joe still living off of his past, people are like, oh, Joe's a piece of shit. But he didn't rob them for money. He paid them, even when they lost the Spotify deal, he was paying them out of pocket because they wasn't getting the money for the pot. So he still kept the payments going. So in his eyes, he kind of felt like he didn't really need to explain, because they're like, look, I'm paying you guys. You're getting paid. I get paid nicely, So, but he didn't realize as a leader, he has to, even if it's just quarterly, keep people up to date on what's going on.
Yeah, you have to have that line of communication, and I think that's I've had the opportunity to be a leader in a lot of different organizations and groups and whatnot. And there's one thing I've learned is like, just naturally for me, like anytime I have to make it a decision, I'm always going to explain to everybody like why I'm doing this, because I understand there's those people like, well, I want to do this and I don't know why you're making this decision. And I'm a bit of an overthinker too. And I want people to understand why I'm doing stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this decision because I'm at the helm, but here's point 1, 2, and 3, why it's happening. Do you understand? Got it? Okay, we're still going to do it. Bye. And yeah, so I guess, I think it's exactly what you said. He just failed as a leader in terms of understanding, what he needs to do in regards to the rest of his team. Understand you're at the helm of stuff, but that doesn't mean like you gotta leave everyone in the dark. That's a bad leader decision.
Especially these are your friends too. These are not guys. Like, it's different between like you and Imani. I met you when I got you on the podcast. I didn't even know neither one of y'all a whole year yet. So it's just like an opportunity. I just felt you two were right for the job, and I looking back at it now, I believe I made the right decisions too. And, you know, but we didn't have that deep friendship to just jump on. So when I first thought I was starting a podcast, I thought I was gonna have friends, people I was tight with. Last thing I thought was I was gonna have somebody who was just an actor in Cairo. And then I met Imani in an acting class, and then she was in the play. I didn't, but then I was like, what kind of podcast do I want to do? I was like, do I want to have my friends, or do I want to have, I was like, I want somebody, I kind of want like some, I mean, we nerds in our way, but some people who don't fit the norm of what society feels Black people should be, you know, because, you know, Cairo, you know, you have your own uniqueness, and people might expect you to be a certain way because of maybe how you dress and come off, but in reality, you're your own man. Same thing with me. Same thing with Imani. Imani, you know, probably gets looked at as, oh, bougie, this and that, because she's the pretty red bone girl. But when you get to know her, you get to see her soul, and like, this girl is very, very sweet. That was one thing women have always said that have talked about the podcast. They're like, co-host, she seems like a very sweet, or some know like she's a dope person. Some will say seem like, no, she's pretty awesome. That's who she is. But that's one thing. But the one thing, the comment they said about money is, right, you said what?
So she's missing all these compliments right now.
Oh, why is that? Is she on?
That's because she was driving. So that part, she's on, but she's trying to get into the house, I think.
Oh, you said she's on?
Like she's here. She's just like,
yeah, I'm on. I'm just trying to go into the house. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, yeah, you good? I didn't know. I was like, as long as you can hear, you
good.
know. But this is about giving you two your flowers early in the game.
Yes.
You know, that's why I needed Imani to hear this. You know, so I give you flowers early in the game, and it just happened. Imani's birthday was that weekend. I'm like, let's get together. You know, because I want to show you guys how much I value you guys, even though it wasn't much. But I look at the small things and just let you know that I appreciate you guys' time and energy, because you know we busy people. We miss our money, things like that, and we're doing this, you know, for the love, and just hoping that that moment comes where something can pop off. But the whole point of me is like being loyal to your people, and I'm a loyal person. I've always been big on loyalty. Always big on loyalty. And, you know, you guys have shown me in ways loyalty, not in ways, you have shown loyalty. So in return, I'm going to show that loyalty back. Anybody shows loyalty to me, they're going to get it tenfold. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with it, with this and all, and just going with it, not knowing what's going to come from it, and just trusting in me too, and my vision, and in yourselves too.
Right.
Yeah, you two both got something to offer. And you have for 40-some episodes.
Damn right. Next topic, because I'm looking at this again. I'm looking at this list. You're gonna have
Kwame
to give me a little.
Brown is the man of the year.
Okay, give me. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really been paying too much. Again, like it's like I see stuff super late, so like I missed whatever the giant scandal Kwame Brown was actually talking about. And I just saw all the aftermath of like Stephen A. Smith calling him out. Jeffrey Godfrey, I was just watching a video right before this. He was just, you know, calling Stephen A. Smith all kinds of slurs. So I'm just like, okay, what is Kwame Brown actually calling out? And then he's exposing the Breakfast Club and stuff too.
He's exposing everybody. Jamel Hill, the media, pretty much all the media, except Joe Budden. He actually, Joe Budden was happy too. Nobody wants that Kwame Brown smoke right now. But pretty much started with the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Stephen A. Jackson, and Gilbert Arenas was on there. You know, he was a former teammate of Kwame Brown. He wasn't really trashing Kwame Brown, but when they mentioned they were throwing slight comments, you know, about Kwame, you know, because you know,
they were calling him like a bust. They're calling like him a bust and stuff, right?
Yeah, and people always used Kwame Brown as the joke when it comes to bust. So Kwame Brown got fed up. So he got on Stephen A. Jackson and Matt Barnes, went on them. He called Matt Barnes Becky with the good hair. That's his nickname for him now. And he went in on them somehow. I played 12 years. How can I be a bust? I made 60-something million. How am I a bust? Because I didn't live up to what the #1 overall pick is. And y'all want to insult me as a man. So he's like, you ready for the smoke? He's like, He said, come to Seattle. I'll fight both of you niggas. And, you know, and, he's dead ass about it. And then Stephen A. Smith always been making jokes off of Kwame Brown. That's why he's tired of Stephen A. Smith, because he thinks Stephen A. Smith is a coon, which he is, you know, and he just don't fuck with Stephen A. So he got smoked with him. Breakfast Club got involved because, you know, Charlamagne the God, who I never was a fan of.
You're not a fan of Charlamagne?
Still not a fan. Oh,
because you remind me of
the worst of this.
When we first started this podcast, I told, like, our first episode, I was like, you remind me a lot of, like, your intentions are a lot like Charlamagne. When we first started, I think you've settled down a bit more now, but you were a lot.
No, I don't. To me, that take as an insult, but I know what you mean.
Like I said, when we first started, you chilled out, but you like that a lot. You just wanted to.
I think I was more like Joe Budden.
No.
I think I was more like Joe Budden in terms of the shit I said.
Okay.
But no, I don't like Charlamagne. But Charlamagne, though, likes. I don't like how he likes to, like, shit on people. I don't like that shit. And how he does things. He moves funny. I've never liked him on the Breakfast Club. He is funny, though. I will give him that. He says funny shit, but I don't like him as just how he carries himself. I don't like the shit he does. He's a puppet. He's a puppet. And, you know, I'm not going to go there with him. But Kwame Brown did. So Breakfast Club talked about it. So Charlamagne the God brings up Kwame Brown's past, talk about his dad, talking about how his dad was like allegedly killed, like mistresses. So just like this shit, he was like a killer and it was in jail and stuff like that. And this is stuff Kwame Brown didn't even know. So he finding out at the same time about the stuff that Charlamagne the God is putting on Breakfast Club live for everybody to know about Kwame Brown's family. Talking about he was talking about his brothers were like a few were in jail, or just like he was just exposing the family. But Charlamagne was acting like he knew the people and stuff, but Charlamagne didn't. He just got the info from whoever and act like he was, but he tried to disguise it in like leave Kwame Brown alone. That's how he said it. Leave Kwame Brown alone. Why y'all doing this to Kwame Brown? But then proceeded to talk about his family and his history.
Oh.
And I think so. Now Kwame Brown just been lighting Charlamagne up to the point where Charlamagne the God got a cease and desist letter to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown was like, fuck your cease and desist letter and stuff like that. And then Kwame Brown started bringing up the stuff where, and the girl spoke out about it too, about Charlamagne the God. He did like a Bill Cosby to a 15-year-old girl years ago.
Oh no. Yo, so he's like, okay, y'all talked about me. I'm gonna unearth all y'all secrets. Oh man.
Yeah. He going on Chris Bouchard, the analyst, Jamel Hill. He was, and then, but he still ain't done no. What do you got against
Jamel Hill?
Because they trying to create this narrative, and Charlamagne was doing it too, that he's violent and he's crazy. You know, but he lives in the country. He's working on his farm. He married, got a kid. He chilling. He ain't doing nothing. So now he created a YouTube channel called Kwame Brown Bus Life. And he got, as of yesterday, because I was watching the video yesterday, he got over 300 subscribers in like a week. Like, and Friday he dropped the joint with Judge Joe Brown. And Joe Brown is going on Charlamagne the God. Judge Joe Brown, I got a different level of respect for him. He was just going in. He was going in. He was telling secrets about the president stuff. He was talking about Kamala Harris. That's not her real name. She's not even black. Like, he was doing the dirt. Judge Joe Brown was doing the dirt, like to the point where like they might do something. And he was talking about the Biden, and it just. And even Kwame Brown was just like, I don't think he thought Judge Joe Brown was going to give it up like that. He was giving it up. Like, he was talking about the Martin Luther King incident, how the FBI.
Giving it up like a Dallas chick.
Man.
Giving it up like Dallas chick on the Memorial Weekend. Shout out.
I'm loving what Kwame Brown's doing, though. I love what he's doing, because what Kwame Brown doing, And him and Judge Joe Brown was talking about this too. They bring it back. They bring it back, that black male masculinity, man, that's been missing. Like knowing you listen to program because he's calling
JT, bring it back. No, JT, stop. How are they bringing back black male masculinity?
Because he's exposing the media and the world without saying too much about what they're doing and how they're trying to masculate black men, and he's not standing for it. He's speaking his shit, and he's talking shit to everybody like a gangster, like do something. And we don't have that. Ain't nobody. And it's crazy because I'm reading the comments on YouTube and stuff, and I thought it was just me picking this. Everybody, so many people was like, "Yo, Kwame Brown's doing something that nobody has ever done. He's going against the machine openly."
Well, because people die doing stuff like that. That's why.
You said what?
I said that's because people die doing stuff like that. That's why.
Yeah. Like, nobody don't care.
I mean, at this point, they've made their money. They've been around for a little bit. He's been a laughing stock on most media pages for the last, 10 years or so. So yeah, you don't care. But when you say like, oh, he's the first person to ever really do this, someone else did it before. You just don't hear about them because they're either dead or lost all their money in trying to do it. But this is the age of the internet, the age of, this kind of combatants between, again, black male voices, unfortunately, which is why I questioned your whole black masculinity thing. Because it's like, okay, yeah, he's standing up for himself, but now it's just a bunch of, media people just talking and arguing over each other. But that's what TV is now. So
like it's he's inspired a lot of people, men and women, like a lot of people like it's crazy. Just and it's not what he's saying, it's how he's saying it. He be like when he going in like pussy ass, like he just be just going so hard, especially on Charlamagne though. He posted a video of Charlamagne bent over in a gate. It was not a video, a clip that he's like a picture. He was just exposing him. He's exposed, but this is karma. Charlamagne's getting all his karma. He's getting all his karma for all the turmoil and stress and gaslighting things he's done on people's careers and stuff, and created narratives and stuff. So he's getting what he's coming to him, and it's well deserved. Just like that Black Lives Matter heifer who just quit. I mean, she don't want that smoke either.
She smoked all of us, made her money, and she's gonna go now. Yeah, that's again made her money, and she's gonna disappear. But speaking of disappearing, I got something I got to bring up, my hot topic today. Something very sad happened to me in the last couple of days. I had to say goodbye to my LA barber. Shout out to Keith Powers. Really, it's been really tough. As you can see, he gave the cleatest, look at this. It's perfect per usual, but he's going to go ahead and move on back to the Bay. And now I'm on the kind of road that no black man wants to be. 2 weeks to find. I basically got 2 weeks to find my new barber that's going to be able to cut my hair correctly and not completely empty my pockets for it.
Cairo, a free agent. He a free agent.
Free agent. When I tell you I'm sad about this, I was depressed going into that. I was like, damn, man, it's just really. Because I remember like the barber I had before, he was cool, but he was just like he was always singing in my ear. He was always so angry about stuff. So when I switched over to Keith, like, the ambience was chill. He was from the Bay. He gave me a shot because like he knew it was my birthday the next day. He had dogs running around. The dogs were great. So. My barber, he's in North Hollywood. He charged less than what I remember you saying you was paying, and he has his own place, so he ain't in the barbershop. I love going over there. He got the little aquariums with he got different aquariums and stuff. He got the bunny running around, stuff like that. Like he be having the music, like that's the homie. Like actually, I linked up with him on Friday. And I went to get a haircut. I just wanted to meet my son because I fucks with him. Yeah. So I was in the area. I was like, yo, I don't even need a cut. I was like, I got my son with me and stuff like that because he's a very knowledgeable brother. He drops a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom.
and just cool. My man Ray. I'm just throwing that out there.
But yeah, if anybody knows any LA barbers, preferably in the Hollywood
he's
area,
not from LA.
mid-city.
He's from Alabama, but
I mean, I'm
been
not
in
talking
LA
about
for
where
a
they're
while.
from, just where they at. I don't care where they from, just where they at. Someone who can probably cut my hair for less than $40.
Yeah, that's what I said. His is 30. It was 25. Like for the longest, but this year he went to 30. But I like him, so I was like, all right, I ain't tripping, because it's about the experience.
I'm saying the ambiance is there. Like I'll pay. Like it's the ambiance was there, so I didn't mind paying the 40. But I was like, anymore.
I'm gonna go to him this week.
Anymore, and I'll go hair out. Yeah. Hey, Imani, are you here? Imani.
I am here.
Imani.
I heard what you just said.
I'm having a hard time finding a good spot in my house but whatever. It's whatever. I'm just gonna put it on pause the whole time I talk.
Were you listening? Did you hear anything we was talking about?
Yeah, you talking about Cairo's barber.
Yeah, I was hoping. Yeah, we were
it's
going
funny
into
because the other kid, Howard, he's from the Bay Area too, the actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, Kid Powers.
I didn't know he was from the Bay, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I know he was from the Bay, but Kid Powers, man, such a beautiful couple.
I mean, well, I feel you on that because I feel like it's hard to find a good hairstylist here too.
Right.
Because
I wanted to bring that up. That's why I wanted to bring you in.
Yeah, she took my deposit and just went MIA and then went on vacation, didn't tell nobody. She's back doing hair now and still hasn't reached back out. And I'm like, don't make me snatch my money back.
So y'all, so it happens. So it's the same thing because barbers have a tendency to just, me and my boy Alfred talk about this all the time. Like barbers just disappear. They don't tell you where you're going.
Hairstyle, same thing. Eyelash tech, like cosmetologist, no disrespect, but I'm just saying, I was telling my friend, I was like, I'm trying to support Black businesses. I'm not trying to make this about a Black business. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying every single time there's something with like time and trying to and money. It's just crazy, but
that's what's crazy. That's why I've messed with Keith because I remember one time I was on the way to the house. I was like, y'all on the way. And he texted me, he's like, hey, like I have to do a house call. So I'm going to be late. Mm-hmm. I was like, what barber do you know actually tells you when they're going to be late? Nobody does. Nobody does that.
No.
Told me ahead of time he was thinking about moving back to the Bay. I just really hope, I didn't think he was going to do it so soon.
He didn't have one he recommends because usually they know some.
No, he did. He did give me a recommendation. I don't have it. My boy has the list of the places to get.
Okay. So,
hopefully a week we'll go test out.
Yeah.
We'll go test out.
Cairo, I really think you would rock with my boy Ray just because of the overall vibe and, especially in the wisdom, and you're a person that likes to sponge in information yourself and things like that. And it's private, so it would be just you and him. It's not a bunch of people, other barbers and stuff like that. Like I feel you would rock with him, just the whole experience, and it's only $30. So.
I would consider it. No promises. But hey, if I just let me know if decide to, but do what you feel is best, brother. Keep the waves waving in this motherfucker, man. We got Venice Beach on the podcast right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see this shit crazy. Anyway, Imani,
I wanted to ask y'all though to kind of hop to another topic, dating wise, right? Do you guys now? I heard it explained that with men, most of the time you get one full course meal. And then you get like maybe a Popeyes, a McDonald's, and then maybe this is basically when it comes to relationships. Let me explain. Right, the quality of a woman you get, the full course is the quality woman that you should likely marry. Do you guys kind of believe that? Like, what do you think about calling a woman your second full course meal, kind of thing? What do you think of that concept? I hope that question isn't confusing.
I'm so confused confused.
It's probably confused. Okay, it's confused.
Like I know the
Basically,
metaphor you're
do you
making.
feel
I
like-
understand. No. I understand the metaphor that you're making. What
Yeah,
I'm trying to understand, like, are you saying that in my lifetime, men are only going to come across so many full course meals? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Do you guys believe that that it's kind of hard for men to find quality women that they believe are wife material? And do you kind of feel like when you mess up on one woman, do you feel like there is another opportunity? Like, what are you guys' perspectives on just finding that quality woman that you want to build with? Basically, is my question.
I mean, it's like at the end of the day, it all comes down to timing. Like, again, these quality women all exist, but you know, I didn't meet them when I was in high school. I didn't meet them when I was in college. You know, I met one that was towards the end of college. But you know, I'm meeting, you know, a few here and there now. I've met one recently. So I don't know. I feel like it's just in your own timing. It kind of depends on how you feel. I think we brought up before, like the man's going to decide when he's ready to settle down and look for that quality woman. They're out there. The quality woman is out there. A lot of y'all are ready to, you know, to settle down and do all that thing. But until I decide that, like, okay, I can settle down, then a lot of those, you know, then the universe, God is going to start to push that quality women towards you. I think it just kind of starts with, you know, where you're at as a person first.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, JT?
JT, hi.
JT,
Yeah, I believe they're
in his own tone.
No, I was taking everything I was saying in and trying to figure out, best way to go about this. There are plenty of it's way more women than men. You know, there's plenty of full course women, you know, but it's more treats and snacks and shit type women than anything. And so many that even if a man does get a full course meal, he's so used to being greedy that the full course meal may not be enough. So he might need a midnight snack. He might need to daggone.
That's very true.
Because
that
is full course meals. Men ain't used to full course meals, so when they get it, it's like Thanksgiving. You eat all that food, you can be good, but because it's Thanksgiving, it's more shit that you keep eating. You're gonna keep eating.
That's very true.
You don't really need to eat all that. Yeah, it's cool. That's the theme of things. Just like society, it's the theme for men to sleep with a bunch of women. But does he have to sleep with a bunch of women? Do you have to eat 3-4 plates at Thanksgiving that same night just to prove stuff yourself? Like, hey, I lived on the tradition of stuffing myself.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know, am I making sense?
No, you're making absolute sense. This might be one of the greatest things you've ever said.
Okay, thank you. You know, it's like a full course meal. I feel like that's, you know, we get full course meals, especially if Cairo makes full course meal probably every night. Imani, you make full course meal every now and then. You might want to get some fast food, but that's not full course. Even if it's a full course meal at the fast food, it's unhealthy. Like McDonald's, yeah, you might get full off a Big Mac meal, but that's
now you're losing me. Now you're losing me. You had it.
No,
you had it. Now you're losing me.
I was trying to tie a Big Mac meal as to sleeping with someone with bad vibrations that is not on your level, because McDonald's is not good for you. Sleeping with any man or woman is not good for you. But if you if you make a nice homemade like how you cook or maybe some chicken breast and asparagus and stuff, something healthy that's healthy for your soul, like the right man or woman that's healthy for your soul. You keep eating digesting that kind of food, you start. You start, and then that's where everything starts to. If you appreciate the full course meal, that's where it comes to at the end of the day. You have to appreciate the full course. Men have to appreciate the full course meal because we get that all the time. But I might fucking want them Hershey's. I might want some graham crackers that night. Matter of fact, I might want to go to the store and grab me some shit. So it's, you know, I guess, full course. Yeah, that comes down to how much that man wants to eat and what is he satisfied with. Because like men and women, we got to be satisfied with ourselves first off before we can actually be satisfied with a man or a woman. We have to be satisfied with ourselves. And a lot of times we're not. And we try to be some men. I fuck up all the time, but I try to do better. And, you know, as men, we try to do better. But, you know, when we've been used to deal with women who are fine with a 2-piece meal from Popeyes, it's kind of hard to value a woman that you can take out to a 5-star restaurant and treat her to a 4-course meal and just be about her. It's hard for men to do that.
Right.
So many women. So it's all about where we're at. It's crazy because I met a woman recently that I connected with, and I fucked it up with my own jadedness.
You went out for a second.
They kicked me out, didn't it?
Yeah. You said, I met this woman, you effed it up with your own jadedness, I think you said, and then you went out.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. It was just random, and you know, we was vibing and stuff. Like we vibed in a way that I haven't vibed with really anybody. And you know, I was talking to her right before we got on the pod because, you know, she was saying all the stuff, but then she was on her stories telling people, me and my man are good and stuff like that. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, you said it was. You know, I was like, if you got a man, cool. She's like, no, she's someone that she's like, I'm still able to date and stuff. But I'm like, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, and we was vibing, we were supposed to link up, and then so, you know, I just did what JT does when he can play.
Yeah, that's definitely different. It's not different.
I expressed what I felt. But what I did, I expressed what I felt. I didn't say nigga, I just expressed what I felt. To me, and sometimes I gotta know when to just not say so much. So I just expressed what I felt about, you know, I can talk to you in a couple of days and stuff like that. And I know she had something she was supposed to do yesterday. We were supposed to link up for, and it was just like the communication. But I understand. I try to be understanding because she's a very busy woman, you know. So, you know, but as a man, when you try to express yourself about how you feel about something, especially when you still meet somebody, it can come off as crazy. And you're like, no, I was just expressing how you could communicate, and if you're what to do that you claim it, and do your thing.
Yeah, I have a random question though, right? Because me and Yaya, we've been watching Married at First Sight. Would you ever go on a show like participate in something like that? Like go on Married at First Sight and kind of, would you ever do something? I kind of see you would. I don't know.
You say you can see what? Me on there?
I can see you doing something like that. That's why I'm curious. I'm like, I can see JT doing something like this. Is that something you would actually participate in? I
thought about doing reality TV before, but at this point, I'd rather just create one.
Yeah, that's true. It was just interesting watching that though. But I feel like right now, you know, everything's about to open up for sure. Like everything's already opening up. All these restrictions being lifted now. People like, I'm trying to live my best life. And you know, all these holidays coming up, and you know, summertime and everything. And I feel like when it comes to dating, I feel like during quarantine, people was trying to kind of get into having that person, but I feel like now people are kind of just wanting to have fun at this moment, you know?
I mean, it goes both ways. Some people are like, yeah, no, I am out here, hot girl summer, city boy summer. Like, no, I am.
I was just thinking that too.
Around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other people are like, well, I found somebody. I can still have fun with that person, you know, if it's that right person.
True.
You know, I won't say where I'm at.
Yeah. A whole lot of couples.
I want to finish on that 4-course meal. When you want to,
I didn't finish talking about that.
We skipped off of it, and then I guess we're going back now.
Because you said something just now that made me just think about that. like you said, the summer's open back up. You got to make sure as a man don't want to just keep the full course meal on the shelf and keep it out of way while they still do them, you know, because like you said, things open it back up. So, you know, nobody really knows. I don't think too many people know what they're really going to do that everything's, because it's summertime. Everything's open up right in the summer. So I don't know how many people really want to really be in relationships, but then they don't want to lose out on a good quality man or woman, you know, and there's some good full course meals that men know, but they may not be ready for because they still may want snacks and shit, especially summertime around. It's a lot of snacks that's going to be flying and fucking around. A lot, a whole lot. And I don't care. It takes, even the most spiritual man has a hard time turning down some pussy. So unless he's in a place where he's not trying to feed his flesh, which ain't too many men are in that space, unless they being celibate, you know, niggas is going to get some pussy. It's just because it's out and everybody's been quarantined. Niggas, unless a man's really in tune with himself and really loves his woman and really is like, you know what, I don't care about all that shit. Because there are men that don't care about fucking outside opening up. And it's like, give a fuck. I got my wife, I got my kids, There are men like that, you know, but there are men that also try to masquerade like they like that, but they're not. So that's the thing. You can't deal with masquerades. A lot of masquerading motherfuckers. That's what Kwame Brown was talking about. Fake ass, these toxic, masculine ass niggas. Like, man, it's a lot, man. The summer's gonna say a lot about a lot of people in their relationship with people, not even just dating, friendships and everything. The summer's gonna say a whole lot. And a lot of people gonna have their feelings hurt. Ooh. And some people and there's gonna be some few that's actually gonna blossom from it, because they're gonna realize. Some people may go outside and realize, I really don't want to be out for the summer. There might be people like that. I don't care for the summer. I'm trying to create my legacy. Fuck going outside. I might hit an event every now and then, go to a little reggae after hours or something like that. Yeah, but I'm making my money. I'm trying to think for my son. Trying to create projects, make sure we good. Trying to feed people. Sprout the fruits of the labors. I'm trying to sprout. That's more important than fucking saying what's outside. I don't care. I ain't got no woman. I don't even care to have a woman. It's great, but I'm not clamoring to be like, man, I need to be with somebody. And that's my growth. Because I used to always feel like I needed a woman. I always felt like I needed to have somebody. I always felt like I needed a full course meal or some snacks and shit like that. But I really don't need no sex right now. I still get it, but I'll be fine if I didn't. You know, but I do it because I can. Not because I have to. There are men that feel like they have to. There's so many men that feel like they have to chase the fucking snacks or get multiple course meals. You know, so this summer's gonna say a lot. It's gonna say a whole lot, man.
And you know,
it kind of goes into the next segment when I'm looking at it right now. I'm kind of losing hope on Black love, yo.
Why is that?
Because the way the world is going, the way everything's going so fast, there's so many people that are not in tune with themselves. You can't love properly if you're not in tune with who you are as a person. The people I know that are in love and they value their man and woman, they are in tune with themselves and into their man or woman. They're in tune. They're not tripping about social media. They're not tripping about, you know, jumping on bitches like that. Or women talking about hot girl summers and want to get out like that. A lot of girls that's going hot girl summer really rather be with a man, but it's like these niggas ain't shit. So they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna party and do my thing. But they would rather be home with a man right now, cooking him some dinner, watching a motherfucking movie, laughing and shit. Yeah. They don't want to do this summer shit.
The best time.
Little frontin' ass broads out here. That's why I really want to say to these fucking girls, stop fronting. Y'all know y'all want a fucking man. Stop all that fucking bullshit.
Not everybody wants a man, by the way. Some people
hot girl summer.
have
Also hot girl summer, and
Not
Imani
everybody,
can
there
correct
are.
me if I'm wrong, but like hot girl summer is not necessarily about fuck every dick you see on vacation week. Like it's literally just about feeling yourself and just having fun. You can still do that with a man.
That's all it is. It's a self thing for the most part. It's about living your best life, feeling your best self. That's exactly right, Cairo.
Certain women took that and said, "Oh, Meg Thee Stallion talking about dicks. That means I need to go get a bunch of dick." No, that's not what she meant. She got a whole boyfriend now. Shout out to Party. He taking care of that. But
honey, they said Sweetie gonna be one of the leaders of the summer now because she's not with Quavo no more. But whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like Sweetie not the type to really be out there showing what she's doing.
No.
Well, she just posts a pretty picture and called it a day.
What'd you say? You said post a picture and call it a day?
Post a pretty picture, say, look, I'm cute, call it a day. Yeah. Meanwhile, she's been tossed somewhere.
Oh, man, Memorial Day weekend.
What?
You said what?
Said it's Memorial Day weekend. Hold on.
Imani's like, look, y'all, I'm trying to get off the phone.
What we doing?
Imani's like, look, I've been on here for an hour. I was on time. JT looked like he
No, I'm listening to you. I'm listening, honestly. You know what I'm doing? I listen to everything. I'm letting y'all two talk. I'm just listening to you talk and just to hear you and just see where you're at and stuff like that. And I'm listening to what you're saying and stuff like that. And it's crazy because
this man is high. It's okay.
Yeah,
that's all right.
It's not about being high.
Yes.
Y'all talking about Sweetie.
Well, I'm looking at Sweetie, face, man. Y'all talking about Sweetie and stuff. Look at my JT right now. This is JT right now. I'm just listening to y'all talk. And I'm just trying to understand where y'all are at. I've been going through a lot. Now.
I'm trying to make
hanging out with my little son. He's my little peaceful warrior. We were hanging out yesterday in the grocery store, and I usually just carry him on my shoulder and do got my pressures down. Down.
Yeah, you had that.
But let's go. Memorial Day episode. We hit some great topics.
I was listening to you motherfuckers talking about Sweetie and shit just now, and I was sitting here listening to y'all talk. Talking about I was in my world. No, I was listening to y'all two talk, and I'm sitting there and like, look what they're talking about right now. Look what's the top of when it comes to Black romance. Sweetie gets brought up. Fucking city girl shit, Meg Thee Stallion. Like these are women that are influencing a lot of women.
I'm gonna stop you.
Because that girl JT, said,
I'm gonna stop you.
Was a Black life.
Those are not at the top of the list when it comes to Black romance. Now, if we're talking about pop culture, low key icons, yes, those are the most popular people. But by far, I am not thinking about Quavo and Sweetie as my idea of love. I'm not even thinking about Beyonce and Jay-Z as my object of love.
We got Michelle and Ross. We got all types of.
They're so big.
And that's Hollywood wise. There's plenty of Black couples out here.
You know who I'm talking about? You know who my object of love is?
Great.
Denzel and his.
What'd you say?
Denzel and his wife are my object of love. You know what? I don't even know his wife's name.
Paula?
Shout out to Paula. She just been in the background this whole time. Just keeping Denzel on lock. In his backbone.
Wife. What's LeBron's wife? Oh goodness,
Savannah.
Samantha, right?
Savannah.
Oh, Savannah. Yes, Savannah. Gorgeous. That's a beautiful Black couple right there too. And we're talking just Hollywood. We're not talking about actual Black couples.
That whole family.
But everybody know LeBron. Everybody know LeBron had hoes though. But he keeps his. He know how to keep it. Like the great celebrities know how to keep that shit, and LeBron know how to keep himself squeaky clean.
I also heard those things.
Yeah, well, and Jay,
But here's the thing though. A guy like LeBron, he's not dealing with the average type of woman. He's dealing more like these high exotic type women who who wants people's soul because they're like, this is LeBron James. What the fuck I look like telling anybody I got LeBron James? Nope. It's cool, King. Just hit me when you're ready. He's LeBron. This ain't like.
Yeah, there's a lot of women out here that will, or men too, shoot. There's a lot of people out here that just keep it real extra on the low. Until something don't go their way, and then they blasting everything and everybody, even people like LeBron. You know what I mean? So, and that's what happens.
They got wives that understand. They got wives that understand the game, though. They're not gonna leave him because he's fucking other girls. There's some women that understand that. I know women personally who not gonna leave their husband if he cheats. You know, long as he don't bring her nothing. You know, there's such things respectfully. You know, I'm bringing it on cheap, wear a condom or something like. There are girls who think like that. I'm women dumb for thinking like, but it's like I'm dumb, but I'm here trying to preserve my marriage and my family. I ain't got the time and energy to sit here going through don't worry about what girl he fucking and stuff like that. There are people who think like that. You know, and that which goes to the vibrational level. We can end on this second right here, the vibrations. A lot of people don't know their vibrations. They don't know their frequencies. So people be dating people and they're not on the same wavelength. And a lot of times people be on the same wavelength, but they don't understand it because they may want this person who's not the same wavelength, but their flesh is saying, let's go here. But when they with that person, their vibrations are low. There's a lot of low vibrational people, and a lot of people don't know how to date within their vibrations. And I've learned that in dating,
you also have to date in order to find your vibration.
But you got to understand your own vibration before you can attract that vibration, because we might be wanting something.
It's both. It's both. Like, obviously you have to understand yourself to an extent before you get out there, but you're gonna learn more about yourself once I'm learning now. I think that's literally life. You walk into life with a good amount about yourself, and then you learn more as you actually go through stuff and interact with other people.
That's true.
You would think you learn more, Cairo, because you got to think about it. There's people that's older than me and you who still think like they're your age, Cairo. You about to be 25.
Yeah, true. I mean, some people are hard-headed. I can't speak for everybody, but in general, you hope to learn something as you're going through life.
Like even when I've dated women that it was great. It felt good flesh-wise, but I felt low. My energy was low with this person. My frequencies felt low, and it took a toll on me. So it's like, that's why I can't just be like I used to before, because it's like those energies are real, especially when you're in tune with yourself. You're receiving people's energies, and it's like, I don't even know romantically where I'm at. I can say that. I don't know what the fuck I'm at romantically. Honestly, I don't really deserve anybody right now anyway, because my shit ain't even together. So, that's just real. But I understand that though. And a lot of men don't understand when they're not ready or they don't deserve what they're looking for. A lot of men don't deserve fucking full course meals, but they believe they do because they want to live up to the expectation of that meal. They want to live up to expectations. Men, we try to live up to, and there are women that try to live up to expectations of certain men. But it don't take much to please men, really, especially men who are attuned with themselves, because they already know what they want. They know what they need. And when you get that, when you're in that space and you're right, and you're right wavelength, you're in that space where you know this is it right here. Other women, the desires of other women won't be like that much. You might still have the urges every now and then, but it won't be as much as it was before. Like relationships, the present relationship should be getting better, not worse. And that comes with vibrational levels. You got to be on the right vibrations, because there's certain, like some of favorite couples out here in Hollywood. I know my little black couples. I know. I'm trying to get episode with some of the black couples that are Hollywood actors and stuff that are together and talk about what keeps their love strong and flowing. But I could always sense being around them that their vibration and energy levels were on the same because they wanted to be there. And that's why, shout out to Shannon and Mike King of Jew. I loved them. This girl, my first play I directed in 2011, she was in my play. Her husband came out, supported her. She was romantic, kissing up on another guy on the scene and everything. But he came and supported. We had like 9 shows. He came to like almost all of them and was just so supportive. I'm like, this man was so supportive of this woman kissing up in a romance scene every show. He brought people. They helped pack the shows out. And, and those still my folks to this very day. Jahan Jones, I'm sure you've probably heard of Jahan Jones. We got a lot of shout out to him, and my boy Mike and Shannon. I want to get them on this podcast so much. They're still married and they just got married a few years ago. They even said my play helped them, inspire them to the Love Game play, and it was just like, and I value because there's a lot of couples that are out here like that are blossoming. You could feel it. You could feel that shit. I feel like a guy like you, Cairo. You're right there yourself because you're a good man and you are in tune with who you are. That's why I forget how
good man.
Yeah, but once you get a woman that is on that same vibrational level as you, and that same frequency and energy, you're gonna feel it. And once you feel it, and she feels it, everything's gonna be good. Before you know it, you probably by 30, you're gonna have your nice little queen. So, but that's the kind of man you are, though. Ain't too many men that's built like you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like these energies is like, know your vibrations, and put logic. Remember I said last week of logic over emotion, like, and like it sucks. And you probably have, talking to you, Cairo, you stopped talking to certain girls that you may not want to talk to, but logically you knew that this is not going to work out in the long run, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you might have wanted to continue it. But you was like, man, if I keep continuing going down this path with her, yeah, it's the love might be strong and stuff, but there's some other things, those little things that may deter the whole relationship to where we may even be to get married. If we do, it's gonna be rocky because those little things that we couldn't work on, or she didn't choose to work on, or vice versa. So then it's like, do I want to continue to go down this path, or do I want to stop this now before I get too deep with somebody who genuinely don't love me for me? And Imani, who's a full course meal herself, you're gonna get a lot of pretenders, and you're gonna get some real ones, but you're gonna get a lot of pretenders because they want to live up to that full course meal. They want to live up to it, even if they're not ready for it, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever. They're gonna try their best. They're gonna try.
Yeah. Well, I got a full course meal that's in the kitchen that I would really like to get to.
Cool.
I'm not about to play.
I also have,
What do y'all got to say about all that, though? Because I said a lot. So
nothing. I've got nothing to say.
Imani, I did a lot of talking, man. That's why I was like,
you did do a lot of talking.
At one point, I know I was sitting like this, and Imani was just like
this. I was like this.
I was like, yo, we got to stop making these faces. But I was just like, I know JT's just going, but I just no stopping.
JT don't be paying us no attention.
Yeah,
he's rolling and talking.
High, bro, because he just. He just be like this. It's like, yeah.
Give it the proper ending balance. If we're gonna end it, if we're gonna end it, give it some proper ending balance. So
I was trying to end it earlier, but then y'all wanted
right. I'm like, oh, honey.
JT was like, well, I heard y'all talking about Sweetie. I'm like, that don't mean comment on it.
It's a quick reference.
Oh, I didn't know that was you trying to end it.
Bro,
It was just
you
like,
can tell when I'm trying to end it. I know you can. I know you can tell when I'm trying to end it because I literally be
I'm scared to make a remark because I feel like it's going to lead to further discussion.
That's why I
said what I had to say. I would just.
All right. Well,
I was saying I hope that I could get some kind of response. Like,
no, I agree. I think you definitely have some, wise words.
You got it, bro. You had already said it earlier. That's why
you said everything that we need to say regarding.
You already brought it up. That's why I everything.
I really do agree, and I do think guys do try to live up when they do find a quality woman. They try to live up to that expectation, as much as possible. So I agree with that too. Mm-hmm. And that's that.
And that's that. So, people, we want to thank you so much for tapping in with us on this Memorial Day weekend. This has been a very high-spirited, very vibrational episode, courtesy of JT's words and also whatever he's ingesting into his lungs at the moment. Make sure you guys stay safe this weekend. Stay black.
Hilarious.
Thank you for tapping in with us.
Yes, thank you for tapping in.
That was a great sign off, right? Yeah, we're tapping out. Okay. See ya later. Bye.
I was gonna let him do that. I knew that's what he wanted to do, so I was gonna let him do that. So
yeah,
it's all good.
All right. Well, great convo today. I think you made some excellent points. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everyone. Happy Asia's birthday month, everyone. And yeah.
You're so funny. Thank you guys for tapping in to the Authentic Podcast Intriguing Nerds. I'm JT. Cairo just jumped off. You know who he is. Miss Imani Fe. We out this motherfucker.
Yes. Thank you for tapping in. Peace.
Turned
up by the way to the max.
We turned
up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up, yeah.
Turned up by the way to the max.
We turned up.